Okay, so it's kind of bright. It's April 24th, and these are the little cantaloupe plants we got. They're not doing too well because they've been in the cold, but I haven't done anything. This tomato plant is not doing well because it needs to be planted. You can see my sweet potato is doing really well. My spinach is doing well, but like you can see, this is on the 28th. It'll be 30 days, so it's not even baby harvestable yet, so it's like probably 30 days behind, to be honest. Maybe not, maybe it'll boom in a couple of days, but I doubt it. So this is just all the other stuff we haven't planted, and it's been out in the heat. Some of these aren't meant for the heat, some of these are just not watered. This is everything in the greenhouse. Those are the watermelons and the new watermelons coming up. This one actually had a little mushroom in it, which is funny because it's been inside for most part, but it's the best one. It's the biggest, it's the tallest. It actually needs to be transplanted. Squash plants that are still doing well because they've been kept inside. Cucumbers, spinach tests that have died off a little bit. Radish. Lemon balm doing great. The second set of lemon balm that's doing really great. And then we're going to go over here. This is a tomato berry plant. It's been for about a week now. This is the spinach I planted about a week ago. So it's doing really well. The lettuce heads, this one's doing better than this one. Same thing, about a week. This is the mesclun. It's doing amazingly, actually. We're going to have to thin it quite a bit. And these are the tomato plants. There's 4 different types. Another tomato plant, some basil, lemon balm, and onions. And now I'm going to take you to my garden patch. Okay, entering Patch Market. And as you can see, my lettuce is doing amazingly. There are a couple of yellow leaves. It's been in for about, I'd say, a week and a half. And these are my little carrot sprouts, 2 different types, the Danvers and the red cores. And they're just starting to become little plants here. They kind of look like the spinach. They're tiny, which is funny because carrots are a pretty big plant. Whereas radishes are a small plant, and they're about twice the size. This one, I think, just kind of fell over when I was thinning, which is too bad. I still think I need to thin it out a little bit more because they are really getting bushy. But you can see that they're getting their second set of leaves, but I really don't think they're going to make it at 22 days. They've been going for, today's the 24th, that means they've been going for about 18 days. So that would mean that in 4 days they'd be ready to harvest. I think that's baloney, or I don't know, maybe they're missing something. Maybe it's the thinning I need to do. So in the other 4 patches, those are going to be sweet potatoes from the slips I'm creating. And then over here is my 5G or 5-gallon strawberry bucket, which has really bloomed. Before you could see all this dirt, now it's really filling in. Ooh, something just fell on me. I wanted to show you what would become a strawberry here, but I don't see any off the top of my head, but you can see that's really filled in. This is about my 8-gallon bucket. About 8 gallons, and right here, this is a great one. This right here will become a strawberry. So, and as you can see, my little rocks, so the birds peck at those. I don't know if they're working, but I'm hoping they are. And this hasn't bloomed quite as well as the 5-gallon bucket, but it's doing well. And then my topsy-turvy. It's really starting to look full. I mean, we've got some flowers on here too. It's hard to sort of get you in there, but oh, right here, a flower, so that'll turn into a strawberry. Another flower. So, and it's really just starting to fill out. It looked kind of sparse when I started it, but moved back, it's filling out, and there's a lot of bumblebees, and you can see my little fake strawberries. I don't know that those will trick the birds. They're a little far from the plants, but that's really the only place I could put them. So this is the overall view. I don't know that I've ever done that, and I think it's just really cute. This is a really cute garden, and I like it. It's much smaller than the other one, but it's fun. It's fun, it's small, it's on the side. I did it all by myself, and 3 strawberry buckets and a nice raised bed that'll produce quite a bit of stuff, so good. I'm gonna go back and probably give you a view of the whole other garden, what I call Potiger Schultz, just so you can compare in size if you'd like and know what I'm talking about. Here's the full view from the Patch Market side, at the driveway side. So those 2 beds will have melons and cucurbits in them, so we haven't put them in yet. They do get good sun once the summer comes, and probably more around midday. Right now it's about 3:30, almost 4. So you can see how big that is in comparison, and what we've got in there is, you know, bigger stuff. But I didn't get on the good side of these plants, so I'll give you another look at the onions and the basil and the lemon balm. And the basil is not doing too well. I don't know why. It seems to have died a little bit since I planted it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's dead a little there. Hopefully it'll come back. It's looking a little yellow too. Maybe we need to harvest some leaves. This is a lemon balm, which smells fantastic. And then our little onions, which have doubled in size. I didn't even notice until this very moment that they're about double the height they were when I put them in, and the really small ones are starting to look pretty big and tall. That's phenomenal. I'm glad I did this, because I just didn't even notice. I am going to take you quickly to the fairy garden I planted as a test, because that one is coming in really well, surprisingly. So I'm at my little fairy garden, and I just have never shown you what's around it. It's just kind of a mess. It's, you know, it's the back of the garden. It's filled with shrubbery and trees, and, you know, there's Patch. And behind me is Potiger Schultz. So this is really up in the corner. You know, there's a hill right there. We're up in the corner in the hill, and I just planted these and left them. Haven't watered them, haven't anything. So as you can see, I haven't done anything. They've got a lot of dead leaves around them, but look at these leaves. They're enormous. I mean, enormous. This one's a little wilty. Maybe it needs some water, but they're just enormous. They're doing it's probably even a little better than the ones in my pot, which is funny because I just wouldn't have expected it. I'm going to do a little weeding here. There we go. And then you see another little one that's kind of been eaten, but as far as I know, they're pretty healthy. I mean, for the space and what was considered to be a bad spot, it's good. Some tulips coming in on their own there. So, great. I will update you guys again in, a couple of weeks. Thanks. Bye.